my channel. Today we are going to be diving into the new blushes from Hermes. So many people have been waiting for these blushes to arrive. I've been hearing people talk about these blushes for a couple months now, and so many people were just waiting. They were waiting for that day to arrive where they could purchase these. They have arrived. We're gonna dive into it. Before we get into the description of the products and the spring collection, I wanna let you guys know up front, this is the first product I've ever bought from Hermes, and I have no attachments to the brand whatsoever. My review is basically just focused on the product alone. When you're buying luxury makeup, you also buy it for the name, right? Like, we all know that. A lot of us don't like to admit that, but it's a designer product. So we kind of have the attachment to that designer product. And I just want to let you know, I have no attachments to this designer product. Never bought anything from them. I've really never even been interested in their fashion, their purses, like nothing. So I just felt like it was important for you guys to know that this is just all about the blushes and my experience with the blushes. So I am keeping it all about the makeup today. So let's get into the information about these two blushes. I picked up 2 shades. I think they launched 7 shades total. I picked up 2 of the 7. In the spring collection, they also launched lip enhancers. I didn't get any of the lip enhancers because I just didn't really want to spend the money on them. They looked like they were more sheer. Just didn't really need those in my collection, so I passed on those. They also launched a brush with the blushes. I passed on that as well because I have plenty of blush brushes in my collection. So we're going to be talking strictly about the blushes today. I bought these on the Selfridges website. They were $70 each. I actually pay for, I think the fee is like $55 or something like that for a year. Because I have my channel, I went ahead and paid for the yearly shipping from Selfridges because a lot of the time Selfridges will get kind of first access to things before it comes to America. So I went ahead and I always just pay that fee so that I can kind of get first access to buy things to review on my channel. If you don't have the shipping membership, it's like $35 or something like that to ship. So I wouldn't do that unless you have the membership. However, you can pick these up now in America. I've noticed that they are at Nordstrom's for $77. I will leave a list in the description box down below of retailers that have these. So these blushes are described as a blush with a semi-matte finish, embossed with texture resembling silk twill. It's a fine, silky, long-lasting powder for luminous, radiant complexion. So it's supposed to be kind of long-lasting. Also, these are refillable. And then if you want to change your colors out, right? So like if you like a certain color during the season, or maybe you use this color up and you want to buy another one, you can just put it has a little pinhole here and you can just pop it out and replace it with a different shade. So it looks like on the website, the refills are $48. So just FYI, if you are interested in these, you can get refills for them. 2 shades I picked up the 23 Rose Blush, and then I picked up the shade 32 Rose Pomade. Now, of course, I will swatch both of these blushes next to a bunch of blushes that I have in my collection. You guys know I love to do a bunch of swatches and comparisons so that you guys can know what these shades are and how they compare to other products that you may have in your collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into the application. Then we will get into those swatches and comparisons. And then, of course, I will jump into my final thoughts. So I will see you guys then. Okay, so let's jump into these 2 blushes that I picked up. So this is what the box looks like. Slip them out, and then you have this, and then you slide it like this, and inside is the blush. Now, the packaging is really cute. I mean, it is, but it's plastic. It's plastic. Don't get me wrong, it's really pretty. And it's magnetized, so it kind of opens and shuts, like it's got a magnet, but it does it in a very, like, soft way. They kind of have a scent to them, do they? Yeah, they got a very soft, kind of something similar to a By Terry, but maybe not as strong as By Terry, but it does have a very soft, kind of rosy scent. Let's put on the shade 23 on this side. That's a pretty color. Okay, let's move to number 32. Put 32 on this side. Now, you see this big old crater? Y'all, it was like an infected, I don't even know what it was. It was ginormous. I finally just got rid of it, and it's finally starting to heal. Oh, it was awful. You can definitely see the two different shades. This is just very poppy pink. This one is more like peachy pink. So very pretty. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the peachy pink because I am going to go over top of this with powder. But these are pretty. These are really pretty blushes. Very, very soft on the skin. I'm going to go ahead and add some powder, and then I'll probably put some bronzer right along here and right along the forehead. And I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and powdered. I went ahead and put a little bit of bronzer on, a little bit of powder. That's it for the application. We're going to go ahead and jump into the swatches and comparisons. I'm going to compare the two shades that I have to a bunch of different blush shades. You guys know I like to bring in the swatches, even though they take a long time, but I feel like they are absolutely worth it. So let's go ahead and jump into those swatches, and I will see you guys all in my final thoughts. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and jump into my final thoughts. I hope that those swatches and comparisons were helpful for you. I have a lot to say about these blushes, so let's just get right into it. Like I said in the intro, I have no attachments to this brand, but I also do understand when you're buying luxury makeup, it's about the luxury experience, right? There's a lot of the times when we're buying from like brands like Chanel or Sicily or whatever, you're buying a lot of it for that luxury experience. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, these blushes don't give me luxury experience. I was expecting something completely different for spending $70. I am very, very surprised by the component because these are plastic. I mean, this is even plastic. This little piece right here it's not even metal, it's plastic. The whole component is plastic. Now, I just don't understand that. I'm not trying to be mean, but like, this whole thing could have been done so much better, and I feel like they knew that people would buy these because of their brand and the reputation that they have in the fashion industry. So these are not luxury. These are just not luxury. I'm sorry, but like, these are very thin. In fact, I would say that even this from Becca is heavier than this. I mean, yeah, so this is a Becca component, right? Like, this is actually the Chrissy Teigen and bronzer kind of thing. I was expecting something totally different when it came to the luxury experience of the actual component itself. The reason why I am critiquing the packaging is because these were $70. In America at Nordstrom's, these are $77 for 6 grams worth of product. These are expensive blushes. And when you're buying something that's very luxurious, you're wanting that luxurious experience. When you pay that much money for something that's in makeup, you're looking for that experience. You're wanting to open it up and just be like, oh, I love you. You're so beautiful. I didn't get that feeling with these. And I'm not saying that they're ugly because I think the white packaging is really beautiful. And I think the product overall is really beautiful. I think it's a very pigmented blush. I think it applied beautifully. And I feel like it's a very long-lasting formula. I've had it on for several hours now, and I don't feel like my blush has changed at all. So I'm not critiquing the formula at all. My complaint is that I did not get the luxury experience that I was expecting when I paid that much money for these blushes. Now, if you guys bought these blushes and you are loving them, then that is amazing because you did not waste your money on these. But I would be lying if I come on here and said that I had this luxurious experience when I opened these, because I didn't. At the end of the day, I just didn't have that experience. I was very bummed by just how underwhelmed I was when I opened these up, because I was very excited to get them. It was the first time I ever bought anything from the brand. I've heard amazing things about their lipsticks, and I just was very underwhelmed. And again, when you pay that much money for a product, you're wanting that experience, and I just didn't get it. Now, the formula is good, but do I feel like they're any different than some of the other blushes that I have in my collection? Absolutely not. I have so many amazing blushes in my collection. Some are high-end, some are even from the drugstore. So this is a great formula. I have nothing negative to say about the formula. It's just, they could have done so much better with this. I haven't heard anybody else's opinion on these. I haven't watched anybody else's videos. I try not to, because I try to keep my feeling and my thought my own instead of hearing everybody else's input. So I don't know if anybody else is having this experience. It could just be me. I don't have that attachment to this brand. So it could just be me kind of being underwhelmed, but I'm very underwhelmed. I feel like this is probably worth $40 to $45. Yes, you're paying for the name. If you're in the audience and you were thinking about picking these up, I would not recommend it, in my opinion. If you love the brand, you've probably already bought them. But I can't recommend these. I can't. I was waiting for that luxurious experience and I just didn't get it. And I can't in good conscience tell you guys that these are beautiful, and I can't. These are expensive. Okay, here's the thing. If my experience was better, if they just wowed me, this would have been my experience. These blushes are very beautiful. You get that beautiful, luxurious experience. And if you have the money to spend and you're wanting that luxurious experience, I don't think you'll be disappointed. That would have been my reaction. But because I did not have that experience when I opened these and I felt them for the very first time, like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like beat the dead horse here, but like, I was expecting these to be super, super luxurious. I would just not feel good if I come on here and told you were going to get that, because I didn't get it. If these were $45, I would say these are really beautiful. It's a great formula. You won't be disappointed. But you guys, they're $77. These are almost $80 blushes. They need to completely wow me in order for me to come on camera and say that I don't regret my purchase, because I do regret my purchase on these. I don't feel like these are worth it. I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't know how everybody else is feeling. And again, if you bought these and you are loving them, just know that makeup is subjective, and we all look for something different out of our makeup, and we all want something different, especially when you're spending $77. I guess we all have our own expectations of experiences that we're looking for and seeking when we spend that much money. But with these, I cannot in good conscience come on camera and tell you that I feel like I got my money's worth, because I don't. Here's the thing, you guys. It's always very tricky. For example, I was very nervous about uploading my video of luxury fails. And I was roasting them, but I was having fun roasting them. But I can't stress it enough that people take offense when you talk bad about a product that they love. And I don't know why, but a lot of people take offense to it. And I just want you guys to know that this is not to offend anyone. This is based on my experience. I bought these blushes with my own money, and this is just me turning on the camera and giving you guys my overall thoughts. I was completely underwhelmed. I think the formula is decent, but I don't feel like this formula stands out in any way. There are some gorgeous blushes out in the market, and in order for me to justify coming on camera and saying that I am in love with these needed to knock it out of the ballpark with the packaging, the overall luxurious experience, opening them and putting them on. Like, the whole experience needed to be luxurious, and it just wasn't. It fell short, and these are not worth the money. I'm going to stand behind that. Don't come for me in the comments, and just know that I like to keep things very honest here on my channel and very real. And I will always stay true to that honesty. And I will always stay true to my followers who depend on that honesty. So those are my thoughts, you guys. Sound off down below in the comments section. Have you guys bought these? And with no shade, because I'm not going to come after you and none of my followers will come after you either. If you got these and you are loving them, please share with us in the comments section down below your experience. Because again, this is just my experience. I didn't get that luxurious experience that I was looking for when I bought them. So you share with us your experience and what you love about these, because it's always really good for everyone to hear many different perspectives, especially on a product that's $77. So I want to hear your thoughts. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, we can have a conversation and disagree. And that's what I love about my community. I feel like I have one of the best communities on the platform because we can have a conversation and all be heard. And there's no arguing. There's no hate. We just disagree. And it's fine because makeup is so subjective. So share with us in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.